everyone, Aaron's with the Cars here for another review, and today we will be taking a look at Thailand versus China. Now, of course, as you know, Thailand is now taking over the, basically the new way that they make the cars instead of the China one, and there's been a lot of, which is better and all that kind of stuff, and I'm here to express my opinions on which is better. Now, if you didn't know, Thailand used to actually make these cars back in 2006, when cars first came out. But hold on, let me move this one. But then in 2007, sorry, basically, they now made them in China because I think, for what I was told, I believe Thailand actually makes cars or toys based off of a movie, kind of something special. But since, they didn't think that cars was going to be this popular, which it was, they decided to make more merchandising off of it. And they decided to switch over to China. But recently, cars hasn't been doing so well lately. Like, you can barely find any new cars anymore, which is really disappointing. The only cars you can really find is just ones from last year. And maybe a couple deluxes, but that's it. And some 2-packs. But, yeah, and now they're switching over to Thailand. And, some cars are still Thailand. For instance, some are still China, like this new case with the Easy Idle Racer, and Carvelosa's Pity. Those are China still. But recently we got a case with, the Combustor Next Gen and Shiram. Those are Thailand. And we got some singles, like McQueen or Carstream, McQueen and Mater in Thailand. They haven't done deluxes yet, but we did see an image of Roscoe in Thailand, so that means that they're going to do some deluxes. 2-packs, on the other hand, are still not Thailand. Neither are the ones from the .com packs or the 11 packs or 5 packs. Those are still China, and so are all the Thomasville racers and the Fireball Beach racers, but who knows, maybe in the future they may go to Thailand, sadly. But there are some things about these that I just want to talk about, and I'm going to compare them. So let's just look at McQueen first. Right off the bat, you can see that they have an eye plate, which looks disgusting, honestly. Now, I have to admit, the eyes do look better, I guess. They kind of look a little bit more realistic in a way. But I don't like the position because they're always kind of looking up a little bit. For instance, Mater, as you can see, he's looking a little bit more up. Now, the eye plate, as you can see, they had like a black outline around the eyelid, like the black line, which looks ugly in my opinion. And also the color of the, of the eyelid looks different compared to this, while this one looks like it's part of it. And I don't know why if they made this color, it would have been better in my opinion. They used to do eye plates back then, but they weren't as bad. Another thing you can see is that they painted the mouth, which in my opinion is better. And the mouth is actually smaller. Something else that's kind of weird to notice. Also, the screws that go into the hood are gray instead of silver. I don't know if that's accurate or not. The lightning bolt looks a little... actually, no, I take that back. This is better. These stickers honestly look smaller, and I like this look better. The Rusty's looks a little bit different. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks a little bit different. It looks kind of blurry, honestly. All the wording on it just looks blurry. Something else you kind of are. Well, it's kind of easy to notice is that the red looks different. The paint jobs are actually made differently. They're more of a shinier color, more reflective than this one. Which, to be honest, I do like this paint style on some cars. Some cars I don't, some cars I do. But on McQueen, it definitely does look nice. There's the Lightning McQueen, which is blurry. Yeah, that's something I also... Now, this one is misprinted, which Thailand, I mean, they've been doing a good job not doing any really misprints. One thing I do want to notice is that all the decals are kind of blurry. Now, you might be thinking it's just probably your camera. No, they're blurry like this. In real life, I'm looking at right now. Yeah, the same blurriness. They than what they do in real life. Like the piston cup, you can barely read that. Let me just kind of... Okay, well now you can't really see it. See, look at that. That's how it actually looks like. You can barely read that piston cup. The lightning bolt on the side with the 95 looks... It kind of looks a little bit better. But still, it's blurry. The wheels, they're barely painted. Like, they aren't painted well, in my opinion. And that's something I don't like about it. The gas cap, once again, it's a little bit misprinted. It's kind of the same. Now the back is something that's really different. Make it, but I have to admit, that does look a little bit better. But the wording is still blurry. But the, placement of it looks a little better. And the rear lights, honestly, do look kind of better. But still, like I said, it's blurry. All the decals are really kind of blurry on this one. Now this is a gray right here. And these are silver. This looks better. That honestly doesn't look good. See, that's like pure red. That's just a faded red. This looks better because it's supposed to be that way. There's the McQueen right there, or the light. What am I saying? The rusty's on the spoiler. This looks better because it's just blurry. And yeah, same on this side. Honestly, not a fan of the top one. The only thing I like about it is that they kind of colored in the mouth, but you can easily do that yourself, honestly. Yeah, that's honestly it about this. Not really a fan. Yeah, so China wins for a McQueen. Now, Cars 3 McQueen, as you can see, same thing with the paint. It's just, honestly, I like the paint more on this one. Oh yeah, there's something else I want to mention about the Thailand one. I do also like the paint. But still, everything else, China still wins. Once again, the eyes right now. I have to admit, the eyelids do look a little bit better on this one. But it's still ugly. Still completely ugly. As you can see, the eyelids are also a little bit lowered, which does, once again, look a little bit better. But it's still ugly. Now, here are the rusties. I have to admit, they did print it a little bit better. Like, the size, because I think it's supposed to be, like, kind of a similar size to this one in the movie. But still, it's still a little bit too big. Now, something interesting I wanted to mention is that the headlights on the Cars 3 McQueen are, like, molded in, and then they place a print right there. Well, on the Thailand one, it's not. There's no mold, which I think is a little bit better because if it's misprinted just a little bit, it's easy to notice. Here, it's less noticeable, so I think that's what they should have done with the Cars 3 McQueen when it was first released, in my opinion. Now, here, the lightning bolts do look a little bit better. Still need to be placed, like, on the side. But I'm sure if we get a Precision Series 1 in the future, I'm still backing for that. Now, here, once again, still really blurry. Like, you can tell on the side on how blurry that is. Honestly, let's look at that again in person. I can barely read that. It's just not really good. Also, the 95 is a little bit smaller, which I don't like how it's that small. By the way, the reason this isn't really, like, good quality is because this is the May 1st version, and all the May 1st McQueens weren't really that good with detail-wise, just saying. Yeah, nothing too much difference, like, here, let me just look at the 95 on the roof. Yeah, it's just a little bit different. I still prefer the China one. Once again, with what I said, this is a little bit more connected with the body. This is a little bit more faded. Yeah, once again, it's gray instead of silver. And also, the wheels are barely painted on. I'm just not a fan of Taiwan. I mean, the color's nice. I really do like the paint job, like the paint they used. But still, I mean, I still prefer this one. 100%. China wins again. But, let's look at Mater, shall we? Let's just look at Mater. Okay. So, the expression looks better. Now, I still don't like the expression on the single Mater. It still looks kind of ugly. But it is a little bit better. Now the eyes are up. But something I do want to notice is that you can feel the eyes on this Mater. You can feel it. It kind of pops up a little bit, which is a little bit weird. But the eyes do look a little bit better. Here, as you can see, they painted in around here. Well, this isn't even printed. I mean, this isn't even painted. Like, they had some little paint around there, which looks nice. But even the Precision Series one didn't even do this. And I think this is actually part of the this is actually metal right here, and this is plastic. Let's see. There's just some nice little details. The headlights detail, this one isn't. Let's see. Some other little stuff on top. That's more gray. That's more silver, which I think the gray would look better with Mater. This has some more rust detail on the side. Focus a little better. Now the details is a little bit blurry, but I mean, it's Mater, so it would make sense for Mater. In fact, in my opinion, I think Thailand should make the rest of these cars more than China. I think that's what they should do. As you can see, on the Thailand ones, they painted in the back lights right there. And same thing for this one right here. And also, something weird about the Thailand one is that, here, let me look at this again. Okay, so as you can see, those little parts right there are just plain brown. This is all metal, or painted in silver. And also, this whole back portion is metal. Let me rephrase that. This whole back portion is plastic right here from here. Well, this is all metal. And also, the blue is more visible, which I think it's like in the movie. All the details are better. This is actually a sticker on the back. This is printed. The tow hook is a new piece, which I do like this piece a little bit better than this one because it's more flimsy. Well, this is just really hard to move around. Now, this also looks a little bit different. I think this looks more like a siren than this, but I do like the little siren more than this one. The back wheels look a little bit better in my opinion. And yeah, okay, I have to give it to Thailand. I think Thailand wins the Mater one. I honestly really like this Mater single the most, in my opinion. Yeah, Thailand wins for Mater. But for everyone, I've seen what all the other cars look like, and Thailand just looks ugly and disgusting, in my opinion. I think the Thailand cars are just really, really disgusting. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this review of Thailand versus China. China just wins, but I have to admit, they have made a good one, for instance, like Mater. Oh yeah, there's something else I want to mention. The next gens honestly don't bug me at all. I do prefer China over the Thailand next gens, but they don't bother me, as, for instance, cars like McQueen. And the reason for that is because the eye plate isn't too noticeable on that one. So, yeah. I have Thailand, it doesn't bother me for some cars, but apparently we're getting some really good cars that are going to be made in Thailand, for instance, like, we're getting, the car that flipped over the car that Doc Hudson flipped over in the flashback. What's his name? Forgot his name. I'm pretty sure you're all going to tell me in the comments, or it's going to come to me after I make this video. Yeah, he's going to be made in the Thailand version, as well as another racer from that flashback scene, which is really upsetting, but they don't look too bad because of the way that they made them and the car is made. But I still prefer China, 100%. If they go back to China, I wouldn't care. If they kept going with Thailand, I would be really upset. So yeah, that's just my take on these Thailand cars. One thing that they would do that would be better is that they got rid of that black outline around the eyelids. That makes it look worse. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review, and I'll see you guys next time. Wait. Who keeps stealing my cars? Great, now I'm stuck with this piece of junk. Wait. Why did he take the Thailand Mater, not the China one? This is getting strange. I have to get to the bottom of this.